All right. Not many people love it, but we have arrived at tempo. So we are going to talk about tempo. When I learned it, it was a 3-beat tempo. I think that is what people most commonly use still. NASM has switched to a 4-beat tempo. The only upside is I think that there are a lot less questions about tempo now because they understand that it's a lot harder to get. Most people, when we think of doing any activity, the first thing in your mind is going to be that concentric contraction, right? When you are working against gravity, when you're actually doing work. So that is where I think you should start reading tempo. No matter how the tempo is written, start in your mind in the concentric contraction. If you try to do it the other way, it doesn't make sense. So like say that we were doing a bicep curl. Remember, stick with that bicep curl anytime you can because it's easy. You can do it during the test. It's not going to, you don't have to stand up. They're not going to tell you sit down, that kind of stuff. So you would never think of lowering the weight first, right? Like you always think of raising the weight first. So that's why we need to choose ourselves where we're going to start reading this sequence of numbers. So that the sequence that they give us is 3, 0, 1, 2. The number means how many seconds that phase is going to last for. So the red number, the one in the third position, this is concentric. So if this is a bicep curl, then this means we come up 1. The next thing we're going to do, let's hop over to this. Start at number 3 and then read it the way that we read, like English reads left to right, right? So we start at this number and then we're going to read left to right. And then we say, uh-oh, we're at the end here. Just bring yourself back to the beginning and keep reading left to right. So the order that we're going to read them in is 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. Now that doesn't match the numbers that are there, like position 3, position 4, position 1, position 2. So if you're a little overwhelmed, we're going to do it a few times. There's no easier way to explain it. So let's do this one, 3, 0, 1, 2 for the bicep curl. So we come up 1, that's the third position. We hold 2, that's the fourth position. So we're reading left to right. Then how long are we going to take to lower it? Oh, we ran out of numbers, so bring ourselves back to the beginning. We lower for 3. And then we have here at the bottom, that is that amortization phase, right? It's the second isometric phase, but it's the one that, like in the plyo chapter, we called amortization, okay? So let's try it one more time with the numbers. Start in the third spot, up 1, hold 2, down 2, 3, no rest, up 1, hold 2, down 2, 3, repeat, up 1, hold 2. Okay, so if you had a rest at the bottom, then that wouldn't be a 0. Let's look at the helpful hint box underneath it. Again, start at that red number, start at the third one. So the concentric raising, isometric is at the top, that's our pause. Then we bring ourselves back to the beginning for the eccentric lowering. And then we have that second isometric, aka the amortization at the bottom. So let's look at what would be some real life tempos. Over here, I have a tempo for pretty much each of the phases. So where we have a 4, 0, 1, 2. This is like the classic NASM tempo for stabilization phase. So see if you can figure out. So do you want to pause for a second here and figure out with a bicep curl how long each phase is going to last? All right, so it would be up 1, hold 2, down 2, 3, 4, no rest, up 1, hold 2, down 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's like a stabilization tempo. So let's come down now to a hypertrophy tempo or a strength endurance tempo, both of those phases 2 and 3, even though you can change it up if you want to. This is going to be like most lifting, if we're not going to be instructed otherwise, it's going to be up 2, down 2, up 2, down 2, right? That is just normal, like natural kind of lifting tempo. But I put the asterisks here so that we don't get confused. Which 2 is the up, which one is the down, right? The up is where we're doing the work. So that would be the one with the asterisks. Max strength, where the weight's really heavy, so we've got to be trying to drive it faster. That's going to be up 1, down 1, up 1, down 1. Now, even if sometimes it takes longer than that, what you're trying to do is up 1, down 1. Okay. In the power level, everything is explosive. XXXX, right? All these X's just meaning explosive in all phases. All right, now what I want you to do is listen to this and then like almost make this slide be like amnesia. Forget about this after. But there's a reason I think it's worth doing this, even though it can be a little bit confusing. People don't do this. People do not respond well to the 4-beat tempo. It's too much, right? Like if you even think of the work that it takes us, and we are the experts in this field, right? The work that it takes us to do that. What they do respond to is a 3-beat tempo. So you have to just do it in this order. People are like, well, can we just reverse it? No, because this is like a universal language. If you do the 3-beat tempo, what you do is take out that second isometric, the amortization, that bottom one, right? Because most of the time that is 0. And if you look at our bottom notes here, if it's anything other than a 0, we put a note in their file, rest pause, right? Or if you want them to hold it for longer, then you can put, rest pause 2 seconds, right? But they're going to know, okay, when I get to the bottom, just hold 2 seconds. People do so much better with only 3 numbers. Now, the problem with the 3-beat tempo is that it's not the same order as what we just had up here. It's not like you, take it out. It's not like you take out that 4th one and it's the same order. So the way that this one is written is eccentric, isometric, concentric. So this one we can read backwards. So this would be like where we said here 4, 0, 1, 2. With this system looks like 4, 2, 1. Up 1, hold 2, down 2, 3, 4. So anyway, I want everybody to know this because I think there's a much greater likelihood that your clients, if you want set tempos, instead of just saying slow, medium, fast, if you want them to be doing phases for a set number of seconds, you have to teach them the tempo and then just teach them, read it backwards. There's none of these complicated rules, read it backwards, okay? The other thing to remember, whenever you see tempo, if somebody writes it with 4 beats, it means this. This is the order. If somebody writes it with 3 numbers, 3 beats, then this is the order. So like in real life, you're going to be expected to know this too. And this is the one that our clients, like I said, are the most successful with. But if you see slashes in between the numbers or you see the hyphens, that doesn't matter. It's the number of beats that are to it, okay? So anyway, again, you don't need this for the test. You don't even want to at this point think about this for the test. This is what you need to learn for the test, but this is something you'll probably want to come back to later. So don't even try to memorize the order of this now because you want to memorize this order. Start in 3, read left to right. We ran out of numbers. Let's bring ourselves to the beginning. Keep reading left to right.